Greetings, geeks. Welcome to episode 719 of Geeks in Space. I am Rob Commander Taco Malda, and somehow I'm doing this without sound, without video, without special effects. And for that, I apologize. But mostly, I apologize to Rob Roseboom.
I'll think about forgiving you.
All right. And to Chris DeBona.
Hi, I'm actually watching us down here, seeing if it turns on, because so far it hasn't.
No? All right. Well, it's
You know,
completely
it
plausible.
lags a little bit normally, so
It
let's
does.
just. Oh, I hear you.
Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. No, we're streaming. We're live. We're as close as we can be. And I'm recording, so worst case scenario, I'll upload it in a half hour.
Yeah, this is the part in the broadcast where I go, "Oh, my voice sounds so weird."
Your voice sounds fine. I mean, the words.
Yeah.
The words.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound
It's
any
working.
weirder than it usually does.
Yeah,
That
I
makes
know.
me feel better.
I appreciate. No, it doesn't. But thank
Oh.
you. Okay.
Well, folks,
We're on.
We're
Let's do
going
it live.
We've got the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen are getting another shot.
Man, I
Wow.
love that comic book.
I do too.
Right?
It would be great if they do a decent series, right?
Right. Well, they
Because
absolutely destroyed Sean Connery's career over that first one.
Yeah.
I feel like
he never worked again.
I feel like was Kurtzman connected to that movie
Oh.
somehow? I
me
feel like
He
find
might
out.
have been. You know, that movie might not have been so bad if the Nautilus wasn't so ridiculous and Mr. Hyde wasn't so ridiculous.
Hmm.
For me, those are the two biggest things. I mean, besides the poor writing and acting.
Yeah.
But
Other than the poor writing and acting, it was.
I mean,
great.
you expect that.
I think we might have seen
Stephen
that in the
Norrington.
theater together, Rob.
We might have.
Yeah, I mean, of course you would.
That just
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Well, we are extraordinary gentlemen, and we wanted to see our peers.
right. We wanted to.
Unfortunately,
We wanted to compete.
yeah.
Yeah, that movie, man. That
Kurtzman was not involved.
no, I looked too. Although I will just say before we go, because I didn't put a thing for it, I watched the new Star Trek this week, and I'm in.
Me too.
I didn't watch yesterday's, but I've been enjoying I enjoyed the first two.
I did
Strange
not.
New World specifically, not Picard. Just
Yeah, not
in case
Picard.
there's any question.
About good versus bad. I did not so much care for what they did in the last scene with the child. Like that plot
Well,
felt
you don't
weird.
like children.
No,
You
I
know
hate
this,
them.
Child.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
just-
know. what
Just the
you're
other
talking
day,
about.
you were
Yeah.
like, "I
Yeah,
love
that was
hurting children." I was like, "Whoa."
so.
dude.
Without giving too many spoilers or anything, my big thing, my problem with this episode was in part the child too, and the secret that number one has.
See, I didn't mind that
because
she had a secret.
because well, I figure if you are working on the flagship of the Federation, how likely
You
is
wear
it
clothes. No.
that number one would have a secret that big that she could hide,
Yeah.
and the Doctor had a secret that
Yeah.
big that he could hide.
That
It
was
was
my
just like-
problem too. But
It's like,
I
this
haven't
is your
seen it yet,
this
so
is your
let's not
flagship.
spoil it,
yeah,
but-
no,
Yeah,
you've heard me say this before. Every show you get one, but that show took two. That episode took two, and that was two. That the second one, I might have even bought the thing, the last thing, if I hadn't been asked to already accept the first thing. That to me,
Although-
when they do that, it feels like they're rushing, and that stresses me out.
Although I'll say that concept of what he does comes up time and time again. And the first time it was introduced into Star Trek, it was introduced as a brilliant thing to do that no one would have thought about, right?
Right.
And now almost every series has that gag at some
Yeah.
point.
For sure.
Mm.
They had to do it, but
They're already doing season 3 hijinks, huh?
Yeah.
kind of. But
But having
no,
said,
it's a transporter mishap. Oh no, it's a holodeck mishap.
you got it.
Yeah.
So having said that, this show is most like what you would have wanted Star Trek to be of any of the shows that they put out.
they
I'm
had
looking for
Kirk and Spock together doing a thing that was relatively interesting.
Wait. Samuel
Pike.
Kirk or James Kirk?
I'm sorry, Pike, Kirk,
Pike.
whatever. Pike, the same function. They had the two guys that you want to have like the bonding mission. They went and did that. All of the things on the ship connected to it in a logical way.
Was there little Sparkies from one of the machines?
There were lots of
You know?
Sparkies.
Okay.
You know what I think I enjoy most about it so far?
What's that?
Is that it has the thing that the really old Star Treks had, where at least in the last 2 episodes,
ESP?
they kind of figure out what's going on, but it's so open-ended they don't really get it.
Right.
They just have an idea. Maybe this is what happened. Who knows? We can't figure it out. We're off to the next adventure. You
Right.
know?
They don't tie a bow on it.
Yeah.
And
it's
that's
all
great.
left open-ended.
That's
Yeah.
great. I've been very happy with that. I'm also half happy for the She-Hulk trailer.
Which half?
I think the tone is fun. I think it seems. I think it's energetic. I think that they've got her as being flirty. Like these are all things that I don't think that we've seen particularly often in the MCU. But the internet chatter about the special effects looking undone was absolutely right what I thought too. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they should finish that part. Because, I thought the trailer was mixed. I'm really looking forward to this. I think Tatiana Maslany is one of the most remarkable actors of our generation.
She's great.
I'll watch her open a mall. I'll watch her cut the ribbon on a new 7-Eleven.
You know who I actually did watch open a mall once?
Who?
Dennis Rodman.
Nice.
He opened the West Shore Mall.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why would you go out of your way to go and see Dennis Rodman? Or were you there anyway?
It was just because the mall was opening.
Yeah, you have to understand that we grew up in Holland, Michigan, where for a good portion of my time there, stores weren't open on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then one day we get a big mall with a Walden Books.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And a pinball and an arcade. So
that's crazy.
So I'm a little older than you guys, right? I worked at a Walden Software and spent time at the Walden Books on the 2nd floor at Tyson's Corner Mall.
Nice.
Yeah.
I ate at the Steak Escape for lunch. I wore khakis sometimes. Like, I mean,
I worked in the mall.
It was
I worked in the mall all of high school.
Yeah.
So I got you.
I never worked in the mall. I always
who
felt like I worked at a
worked in
grocery
the
store.
mall is She-Hulk's CGI guy.
Yeah.
Because
that's not fair. I gotta say, that's not fair.
What the shit?
Like people are ragging on the CG guys, but you know what? They weren't given enough time. They weren't given enough budget. This is not for lack of trying. This is doing the best you can with limited resources. That's what I think.
We're talking about the Marvel department at Disney.
I know.
These people have the people, the money, the expertise.
Maybe
I don't know why they rushed the CGI on this. It's just it doesn't even look as good as, like, I don't know.
That was the shot actually that bothered me the most. Like that looked like rubber with her legs landing.
It's not people like you.
Like that doesn't look right. Like the legs are too skinny and the compositing is wrong. Like it's uncanny valley problem.
For me, actually, I didn't mind the body stuff because the thing about the Hulk and She-Hulk is they're different enough that they don't hit the uncanny valley, because I don't have Hulks in my everyday life. I don't live in Holland, Michigan. I don't have A-Rod visiting on the regular, okay?
It was D-Rod, not A-Rod.
Sorry, D-Rod? Oh, sorry. I don't have Dennis Rodman visiting all the time, right? So she could be CGI'd as Dennis Rodman, and I'd be like, whatever. The problem is the face. They just didn't, like, their face stuff. It's just bad. Like, this
that shot's rough.
Right off. I'm
that
like,
shot's
whatever.
rough too.
But this entire, like, I'm like, oh, it's just like we could do this in
no, we couldn't.
In Adobe Premiere.
No, we couldn't. But
yeah.
But you know what? The tone looks fun. I love
here for like a moment it works, and then it's just like, oh.
Well, except for she's the same height as that person she's talking to, and she's
no, she's taller, but I mean, she should.
Well, in that shot,
look like it in that shot.
same height.
Yeah.
But they got the Abomination.
I like that they actually had the Abomination looking like the Abomination.
Yep.
Yeah.
They fixed him.
They
So
had
that's
like
good.
one frame of Tim Roth,
Yep.
and whose character I guess is getting rehabilitated because he was kind of a cool guy in Shang-Chi, and now he's just like, I don't think he's the bad guy by any measure in this thing. I think he's just another, sort of bro in the Hulk Corps.
That's right. Team Hulk. Well, I think what made me the happiest though was just seeing that they're calling it She-Hulk Attorney at Law. That's just like,
Yeah.
all right, I got
I'm
it.
game.
I
I'm
get
gonna
it.
watch this thing. For
You're
sure. I
you're
just hope
making
they-
something fun. And
Yeah.
you know what? Hawkeye had the same thing. Hawkeye was fun. And that made me very happy.
Well,
Not everything.
She-Hulk herself is kind of a light-hearted character.
Yeah, goofy.
so-
Not quite a Squirrel Girl level character. She breaks the fourth wall, doesn't she?
I
She-Hulk?
believe
I
so.
thought She-Hulk broke fourth wall, but I could be wrong
mean,
about that.
It kind of implies it
maybe in some series.
I've only seen her as like a support character in other team up books.
Yeah, she was in the Fantastic Four for a while.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well,
With John Krasinski.
right. Time for our Voyager update. They're having telemetry problems.
No, you know what it was? Is they asked it to take a picture of
A selfie?
No, of Elon Musk doing something in space.
No, they could do that to get a $250,000
No,
bonus
we'll
on their
get there, we'll
budget.
get there. No, but the Voyager's like, I'm sorry, I've got a connection problem. It didn't want to do it, So.
The real problem is they're going to have a hard time selling the NFTs from these things.
Right.
I'm not sure that's going to be a viable funding option in a couple of years. So
For so many
something out.
reasons.
They got to have a bake sale or something.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they're it's still pointing in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's getting data because that was a problem before. The data part, packets, for lack of a better word, were getting so. I don't know. It's like too much bread, not enough butter.
They did say that round trip now, or one direction for the signal is almost 21 hours. So I wonder if the next like big story about like Voyager has like exceeded some major milestone difference. I bet you we'll get the story about how it's now exactly 24 hours for a signal to get there. I bet that story.
Oh,
like we could write it now.
Do you think they'd wait 24 hours, or are they just going to do it hourly from now on?
No, I think that when it hits 24 hours, I bet we'll see that as a mainstream story that like leaks through into popular consciousness.
Sure. Yeah.
But that might be it.
How far is 24 light hours?
I mean, it'll take them a few more years to get there, but because they've been going for 45 years, and they're
well,
20 hours.
they passed the edge of the solar system.
They pass a new edge of the solar system every year and a half. That's the rule of Voyager. Voyager's law. All right. In vaguely related, in that it connects to old space news, the For All Mankind Season 3 trailer is out. I know you don't love the Joel Kinnaman so much, but I think that show's great.
No. I think he's fine. He's just cursed.
I like this show a lot.
I know you did.
And I am super excited that
even
they're getting a third
after
season.
they had Squirrel Girl in it. I mean, you didn't think that was too far?
You didn't think it was too much? Well, she lived on Mars, so that seemed okay.
In the Monsterverse tie-in?
Yeah, the
Monsterverse
tie-in. I didn't actually post this, Rob, but Matt Shackman, the director of WandaVision, has officially he's directing the Godzilla TV show series for Apple TV.
Ah.
Oh, that's nice.
There's a Godzilla TV show?
Yeah,
they didn't know about it?
The whole Monsterverse.
No, we talked about it.
We'd mentioned it before, but
and it's got the Flash's girlfriend from season 1. I mean, this is a good show. Patty Spivey.
Anyway, I love the production design on For All Mankind. I love that this year they're going to Mars. I love that they have now completely diverged from anything even remotely realistic, but they're still carrying something that feels more real than a lot of sci-fi, for me at least. I think it's the production design, like making stuff look just enough like real stuff to make it feel real to me. But I'm all in.
You know,
Uh,
I should probably watch the first couple seasons.
it's
It is my kind of
it is
cat.
utterly watchable. It has a couple of plot lines that are tedious, but the central stories are fun.
Oops.
Way to sell it. It's utterly watchable, Rob.
That's
Somewhat tedious.
Somewhat tedious.
Every season has one or two plot lines that I don't care about because it's one of those shows where you got 8 characters, everybody has to have a storyline for the season, and 2 of them you're just not going to care about. And that's just how it works.
So my question is have they done that thing where they start having like crossovers with other Apple Plus shows?
No.
Like the CW Arrowverse, like with Severance or
Sure.
or with Foundation or
Sure.
no, with the Halo show, or is that a Hulu? I don't know. Who cares? You know, having them crossover. I guess Halo got canceled. You know, maybe it's because they're rolling it into the For All Mankind cinematic universe. I'm just saying.
Seems unlikely.
No, you don't think so?
No, this seems really unlikely.
Oh, they're probably tying together with Physical. Perfect tie-in.
All right.
You know, Physical is set in the 80s, you know, in the sort of the fitness movement of the 80s.
I didn't watch that show.
That works perfectly with I haven't watched it either. But it works perfectly with this, clearly.
If they land on Mars, it could turn out that that's the Raised by Wolves planet.
Hey, you got to keep working out if you're in space. We all know this.
Keep your bone density.
Yeah, otherwise your bones get brittle, and when you go back to Earth, you're like a broken person.
I was unaware that the Wonder Twins were getting a movie, so I guess I am aware that it is now officially not.
So I would say that given your love of Doom Patrol, isn't there a chance it could have been great? You know, like it's just stupid and weird enough that like this could have worked out. Don't you feel any sense of loss?
I mean, maybe, but Doom Patrol is actually a pretty good comic series.
Yeah.
Where I'm unaware of any good Zan and Jaina. Now, having said that, I think the title to the story should be nominated for one of the greatest titles this year so far.
Read it.
Beautiful.
Read it, Rob.
DC's Wonder Twins movie, Deactivated.
Form of a unemployment line.
Shape of unemployment.
Shape of
so sad.
Food stamps.
I didn't put this on the list either, but I did actually want to mention you guys are I'm gonna say something now, and for the next 5 seconds, Chris, you're gonna want to put up your Chiron, and Rob is gonna roll his eyes. The Chippendales Rescue Rangers movie is coming out today.
Oh, good God.
Now, hear me out.
Okay.
It's all the Lonely Island guys. It's basically a Lonely Islands movie. It's got Jorma directing. The other 2 guys are voices. They wrote it.
Is Monterey Jack in it?
I don't know. But what I did hear, I heard a couple of jokes. One joke is the 2 arguing about, so they start off as 2D hand-drawn characters, and they fight over being CG upgraded.
Is Paula Abdul in that?
Was MC Cool Cat?
Yeah.
But apparently they argue over getting the upgrade to CGI to appeal to modern audiences. That's a good joke.
Is it though?
I think so. I'm watching it at the second I possibly can. I think that's.
Are you going to go watch this in the theaters?
No, it's on Disney Plus. It's streaming right now.
I mean, if someone went to you and they're like, "All right, we want to do this movie. How in the hell can we make it relevant or at least sort of entertaining?" I could see a pitch saying, "What if they argue about whether or not they're old style animated or CGI animated?" And then tabling that joke and waiting a couple days to see if a better one shows up, and if not, going with it because you have to ship.
So I'll just keep saying this. I think Pop Star is one of the greatest movies. I think it's so damn funny. I think Hot Rod is so damn funny. I think that those guys. Hey, look, it's COVID tests for Chris.
No, they're expanding. You can order up to 8 tests now.
I already ordered mine.
Yes. So you should go and order them, especially if you're going to go watch stupid movies.
It's streaming.
With no upside.
It's streaming on Disney
at the
Plus.
Theater. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it'll still give you COVID.
Yeah.
I just updated the app.
This is the Chippendale wave, you know.
Yeah.
The
Chippendale
Rangers
variant.
Yep.
RR1 variant. you know.
Yep. Regardless, this is the only movie I'm excited about this weekend, I think. I don't think anything else coming out. Is Top Gun Maverick coming out next week?
Well, it premiered on Leicester
Ugh.
Square this week, so probably next weekend.
It's getting crazy good reviews.
I'm gonna watch the damn thing.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know if
too.
I'll go to the theater, but I guess I might.
I might.
Go to our local theater.
I
saw
might.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Oh my god! So
hold on. Save that for the end,
Sorry.
because I want to talk about that forever.
Yeah, right.
Rob, I think you're the one that shared the cute robot in the woods.
Oh, there's a cute spot.
I did. I don't know if it's necessarily story worthy,
No.
but it would be kind of funny if you're just walking trails out in the woods and you see some delivery robot just lost, driving down the path, stopping, turn around, driving a little ways longer, and trying to figure out how the hell to get out.
Right.
No,
Apparently, the guy took the picture, tweeted it, and is getting mad repeats, 100,000 likes. Because come on, who doesn't like the idea of a robot zooming around in the woods? But they replied.
I have to admit, I've seen these around, when I was
but not on a dirt path
in California.
In the woods.
But like, this is adorable.
Yeah, and they responded. They tweeted back at him, "Not lost, simply on an adventure." Mm-hmm. It's cute,
but lost.
Yeah, totally lost.
Now, what he should have done is followed it to the gingerbread house, way out in the middle of the woods there.
Yeah,
and well, you know the rest.
Oh yeah, definitely cannibalism.
Or it should have, tied up with Robin of Locksley to deliver, trouble to that King Richard, or whichever one. Yeah,
the 1%. Let's see. We got the. I shared the clumsy keyboard. I just wanted to show this because it's a weird thing, only because it looks like something that you would have had in the 80s, like not a speak and spell, but almost like one of those old word processors where you only had like 3 lines of text.
This is adorable.
But it's super cute, and I actually like. It's one of those things that if we were still working that old gig, I would love to get a review unit of one of these, but I can't pay $400 for that. That's stupid. There's no way it's worth $400.
For an external monitor, and
I could see using it as like as an alternative to like the Stream Deck.
I admit I am vulnerable to mechanical keyboards with replaceable keycaps. I ended up getting this Keychron and replacing it with the Super Blue.
Is that the K2?
This is the K2.
I have a K2 as well.
K2 wireless mechanical. So it's not the one that's made with the aluminum base.
I have the one with the aluminum base.
The one with the aluminum base, you could murder people.
It is heavy.
Dunk, But yeah, this is a fetish object.
That is actually my favorite keyboard for typing on that I own.
It's a lovely keyboard.
I'm using a Logitech today, right now, but only because it allows me to comfortably switch back and forth between my Mac and my PC without like jumping through any hoops. And with that K2, it just never seemed to work right. It's supposed to be Bluetooth pairable to 3 different devices, and it always seemed like it was having problems.
So the only thing I would say is a problem with this thing is they pulled their punch on the monitor itself. Yeah. And what I mean by that,
it's low res.
It's kind of low res. So down here, so I have my big monitor, and then I got a little monitor, and that little monitor is basically that monitor, but it's the 4K model, right? So it's 30 whatever by.
Is it still the really, 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 really wide aspect ratio?
Super wide, yeah. So, and that's where I've got like just little readouts in my OBS window and stuff like that. And
your
when
tweets.
I'm using my work machine over here, I've got like it's touchscreen, so I've got Spotify and I turn it on and off. And, and that's right. So, yeah.
If I didn't use my Stream Deck, I think that I would actually use one of those. I think that would probably work, but.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Anyway, I just thought it was an adorable looking device. So it
is adorable.
I also have the story about SpaceX and Elon Musk. And the flight attendant.
Keep it in your pants. The weirdest thing about this story, can I tell you what it is? It's he offered her a horse. Like that's
really?
his. Yeah. So he, he was getting a massage on his Gulfstream 650.
Every girl wants a pony.
And he was, I guess, attracted to the masseuse. And before he suggested she do things, I guess he was coming on to her, and he offered to buy her a horse.
Sure.
And I'm like,
who doesn't want a horse, I guess?
She should have clarified what kind of horse. like a
Like
racing
a
horse,
war
a
horse.
quarter horse, a
Yeah.
war horse,
A
like
draft horse. I mean, they're
yeah,
big.
like a
they're really
Clydesdale.
Clydesdale.
Like
Yeah.
That seems like a really crappy gift, just because the maintenance on a
Wait, are
horse
you
is a
saying
lot.
you'd trade a sexual favor for a
I mean,
war horse?
one of
Robert?
the horses from our homeland, a Frisian, they're pretty big.
Oh yeah.
But aren't you at that point then signing on for like, I don't know, 10, 20 grand a year to like house the thing in a barn, to take it out for
You
walks,
know,
feed it?
only if you want to treat it humanely.
Okay, good.
I mean, you can definitely have a horse and pay less money than that.
Look at
If you're
this
not
horse.
concerned.
You
That's a
don't
Frisian.
want this.
Yeah.
You don't want this horse, Rob Malda?
Look at that.
I got 4
Your
cats and 2
question
kids.
isn't how can I
But-
afford to feed this? It's how can you afford not to?
Our ancestors made that horse, Rob Balda.
Yes.
It should call to us.
And I thank them for it, but our ancestors also are
Look at that
kind of
hair.
responsible for the
Look
slave
at that
trade,
mane.
and I'm not positive about that
Well,
either.
They're not
Look at the
totally
mohawk.
responsible for the slave trade, just some of it. And yeah, some
Wait,
of
this
the
is a
blood
slave
diamond
horse?
ish.
Yeah.
Gosh, guys, way to bring down the mood.
Sorry, man.
And
The Dutch
From
folk,
sexual harassment to awesome
know.
horse news.
the Dutch folk
artificially
aren't great.
artificially inflating the price of diamonds for hundreds of years.
To say
I mean,
nothing
our
of
people are guilty of a lot
yeah.
of things.
Our-
But not building an ugly horse, Rob
Oh,
Malda.
right. You're Dutch. So you're
Right.
responsible for the murder of all the cinnamon farms outside of Jakarta.
we were the only people
the
that were
tea
happy
trade,
about
yeah.
Ponzi schemes because finally they could call it something other than tulip mania.
Tulip scams. Yeah.
Thank God for Ponzi. Okay. The Elon Musk thing
And
was the
then-
last one that I had on my list, but I wanted to talk about everything everywhere all at once. But I wanted to make sure.
Oh, it was good.
Rob, have you seen it?
I have not, but it is in my
Oh.
queue. It showed up
All
on
right.
my Plex.
Then we gotta wait.
And I am not.
No, you
we're
can
not
go
going
ahead
to
and
talk
talk
about it.
about it.
No,
No, this one.
All right.
no.
This
it's
is-
so. No.
If
Stop. Malda. Nope.
no,
Nope.
I'm not going to
Nope.
say anything
Nope.
about it.
Zzz.
All I'm
Zzz.
going to say
Nope.
is that if anybody,
Nope.
if any human being has managed to successfully watch all 27 minutes of this podcast, just take my word for it. Stop whatever you're doing and go watch Everything Everywhere All at Once. And
It's
Chris, don't turn
really
on your
wonderful.
goddamn Chiron this time.
I won't. I completely agree.
It might
It's a
be
wonderful movie.
It might be my favorite movie since Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. I'm with you.
And I think that Into the Spider-Verse deserves a place like in the
I
AFI Top
completely
100.
I completely agree with you. I think this is one of the best movies in the last since Spider-Verse. I
It's,
completely agree.
I have it and The Northman in my queue.
I just
So
started
between
The Northman.
Vikings and sci-fi.
Oh, The Northman.
You know, you might actually enjoy The Northman more. I'm only 20 minutes in, but I get a little bored with Vikings.
Did it have a Friesen?
I didn't see a Frisian there.
Frisian.
I want to talk about Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Nope.
Rob, watch
Nope.
it. Watch it for Tuesday.
No.
Homework.
Yeah, it's really good.
Well,
All right.
yeah.
Super worth it.
Does
I have the
anybody,
whole weekend.
assuming that the pounding stops?
Yeah.
Enough about Elon Musk.
No, but bump.
Zing!
Kazing.
All right. Does anybody
You know,
have,
he's so weird. You know, it's like, dude, what are you doing?
right?
You know?
He's
Like,
got tons of cash and
No, the thing is, though,
unlimited freedom.
if you want to be Elon Musk, right, you don't do that.
I don't think
because
that we're
it's gonna
positioned.
get out.
I don't think that we're positioned to say what an Elon Musk should do. I think that once you have broken capitalism at that level, you just get to do whatever you want. You don't get any repercussions. Nothing bad ever happens
There's
to
no
you.
consequences.
The worst thing that can possibly happen to you is you could accidentally Epstein yourself.
Yeah, and he's riding that sort of fine line where he has, admirers on both sides
Yeah.
of the political fence, which is a weird place to be in these polarized times.
And these polarized times.
Even the most hated billionaires still have their acolytes. It doesn't matter. Turns out.
I love this image
Yeah,
so much.
It
It's
is.
just the best image.
for sure.
So this is what should take us out because
All
I'd
right.
imagine this image has been used so much in the last 3-4 weeks that,
Cool. If we leave it up long enough, then I can find it when I take my 10-second scrub through to find a screenshot.
here I'll copy it into.
I got it. All right, gentlemen, do we have any other interesting pieces of media that we wish to discuss? Any other technical newses?
I'm not going to show the pictures from my sewer pump replacement.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
All I've been watching at my house lately has been animal vet shows because my wife is obsessed with them and she loves them. So yesterday I watched them take a golf ball sized stone out of a, I don't know, 3-4 pound iguana.
Was this Dr. Jeff?
I don't remember the name of the doctor. Is it Bondi Vets?
Oh,
Bondi.
no.
If you're into
Is it
that,
Australian?
One I don't watch.
So the Bondi Vets are like all.
Oh, I know.
They're all
I know,
hot
I just don't watch
Australian vets. So I call it the Hot Australian Vet Show.
There's also a companion show about the lifeguards on the beach right next door.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bondi Beach Guards. I spend every episode practicing my accents, and my Australian accent, after about 10 seconds, immediately becomes New Zealand. I can't control it. I'm bad at accents.
But can't you? All right.
All right, guys. Fare thee well, Christabona.
See ya.
And to you, Rob Roseboom.
Good day.
That
Good
was
day.
episode 718 of Geeks in Space. I was 719. I'm a liar. I'm Rob Commander Taco Malda. See you Tuesday. We'll talk about everything everywhere all at once because Rob will have seen it. Bye.